Pennie, all the way from Boston. Y'all show them some love. CMT, next big comedy. Let's get it crackin'.
What's going on? So, I've seen a lot of comedy so far, huh? You guys want to talk about some statistics that I read? Yeah. You guys know that 1 in 10 people in America are gay? Yeah, table of 10 right up front. Yeah. They also say that 1 in every 1,000 comics will actually make it. I'm probably gonna be gay. It's really funny to you guys. Yeah. You guys ever seen somebody openly judge another person? We've all seen that, right? Getting a lot of it right now. You ever notice when you see that, usually the thing that goes through your mind is something like, really? Guy in orange Crocs? I don't think you can judge anybody right now. No, I know they float. That's no reason to buy a shoe. Unless you live in Japan. Oh, yeah, too soon? Yeah, too soon. Round of applause if you actually donated to that cause. Yeah, all right, yeah. Too soon for me, but whatever, yeah. You guys did the same thing I did that morning watching TV going, oh, that's a big wave. I wonder what this is gonna do to my warranties. Oh. So guys, I'm 38 years old. Yeah, that's the right response. 38 is not a clapping birthday. 38 is the birthday that people go, oh, would you get a recliner? That's nice. Was it my birthday that made me feel old, though? I was watching the news that morning, and I realized that one of the women that I used to think about is now doing bone loss medication. Watching the news going, no, Sally, no. Because Sally Field is doing Boniva. You guys know who Sally Field is, right? Yeah, right? She's the Sandra Bullock of that generation. Cute and wholesome, but dirty when you need her. Yeah. She's doing bone loss medication, which basically means that when I think about her, I need to be gentle. Because I'm not going to stop thinking about her, but I will respect her condition. That's right. It's the kind of lover I am in my head. Ridiculous. So I am 38 years old. I am a lifelong bachelor. And I actually now have full custody of my 16-year-old daughter. Ooh, oh yeah, oh, clap it up. I am living the dream. Oh, it's a horrible dream. Yes. She moved in with me when she was 13 years old. Yeah, awesome. I got to have all those talks. You ladies remember sitting down with your dad and talking about your period and sex, right? Yeah, we're in counseling. Yeah, it's good. She was little, though. She'd come over for visitation. It was pretty cool. She'd ask me all those crazy kid questions, you know. Dad, where's the sun go at night? Where's the moon go during the day? Why's the lotion next to the computer? It's a valid question, right? My phone is on the table. You should call your mother. One night, we would read stories at night when we would discuss the moral of the story. And one night she picked out the story, Eeyore loses his tail. I don't know if you guys know that. It's a cute story. Eeyore loses the tail, Winnie the Pooh finds it, and Christopher Robin nails it to his ass. Really? Really? That's what you're giving me at 7 on a Friday? You kidding? Dad, what's the moral to this story? Oh, God. I don't know. I guess. I think if you keep losing stuff, I think one of your friends might try to nail you in the ass. That's what Pooh's telling me. Just saying. I don't know. But no, she moved in, and when she moved in, I had to have family services come to the house to make sure it was an okay living situation. It's apparently something about this does not scream okay living situation. So this woman's walking around my house, and she's like, oh, you have a fish and a plant? She'll be fine. I'm like, all righty, state of Massachusetts. As long as you realize the fish are dead and the plant's weed. Yeah, Let's get high and play some PlayStation. All right, let's do this. Good times, good times. She lives with me now, yep, full time. She's getting ready for college, 16 now, getting ready for college. One of my friends said to me, they're like, dude, how are you gonna pay for college? I was like, man, I am still trying to pay off a VCR I bought in '91. I don't even know. I don't know. Oh, she's a good kid though, but I'm single. I'm still single, 38, bachelor, trying to date. Does anybody in here clap if you online date? Yeah, that's what I thought. It's just me, all right? Yeah. That's why I don't get responses, right? That's, nobody on there, just me, just one single lonely guy. Sure. But I don't know, I'm sure you all realize that every woman's profile says the same thing. They're all like, oh, I love to travel. And I'm like, wow, what a coincidence. I have a ton of baggage. Yes. Keep trying to leave it at the airport, but it's got a phone now. Yes. My daughter asked me for a cell phone when she was 11. Dad, I want a cell phone. So I was like, all right, here's my old one. She was like, Dad, this one doesn't work. I was like, I know. Neither do you. Right? Fix one, you can fix the other. Yeah, that's right. Right? That's how I can check the age of an audience with that joke, because anybody under 25 is like, oh, I don't know. And anybody over 35 is like, nah, screw them. I'm over 35. I'm with you. So yeah, I do date. Oh man, that's interesting. I was in a long-term relationship. I was with a woman for 7 years. We went to her house for Easter dinner, and they had said, Chris, why don't you say grace? And I said, well, I wasn't raised in a very religious family. I don't know what to say. And they said, well, did your dad say something every night before dinner? Oh, yes, he did. I said, so why don't you just say that? All right, so I punched the table. And I was like, would you little bastard shut the hell up and eat? All right, then I got up and I kicked the dog. I finished my dinner in the living room. That's Easter at my house. I don't know. Right? I don't know. Later that night, her grandmother came in with a tear in her eye. She's like, oh, it was just like Grandpa was here. There it is. Yes, it is. So guys, I'll tell you this about me. I fix cars during the day. That's what I do full time. And I've recently been banned from speaking to customers. I was unaware that was a thing that could happen. Here's how that happens. A customer came in and they were like, whenever I drive down the highway at about 70, with my top down, I get a loud wind noise. As a technician, you ask one simple question. Are you retarded? Really? Do you maybe have a head injury? When you turn the heat on, does it get warm? If you stick your head out the window in the rain, does your face get wet? Is that also an issue here? Or like, what is wrong with you? Really? Seriously? That's apparently how you get banned from speaking to a customer, though. That's it. But man, daughter stuff. Daughter. She's a good kid. It's funny having a daughter and doing comedy because I'm always out, I'm always doing this stuff. And every time I'm on my way home, one of my friends will be like, hey man, when you get home, jiggle the keys. What? Jiggle the keys. You don't want to catch her with the boy. Wow. Thanks for calling my daughter a whore. I guess. But one guy said to me, he's like, hey man, what does your daughter do when you're out? And I said, she just chills at the house. She's 16. She just hangs out. What if something happens? I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, what if there's a fire? I'd like to put this out there to any parents, any potential parents. If your child reaches the age of 16 and you have not yet taught them to leave a burning building, you're a failure. You're a horrible parent. I'm gonna put it on you right there. That's it. Seriously, this is what I would get for a phone call. Hello? Hey, Dad. What's going on? The house is on fire. Where are you? I'm in the house. All right, I guess it's your time. If you could push the computer out, that'd be a huge help. I'll tell Nana and Puppy you love them. Seriously. If a 5-year-old was in a burning building, it'd be like, oh, there's some stuff going down right now. I think I'm about to learn how to use a doorknob. It's crazy. That is crazy. Man, good times though. Good times. What do I want to do? Oh boy. I'm trying to do some stuff. Anybody, clap if anybody rides a motorcycle. Anybody riding here? Yeah. Yeah. Here's what I ride. And I would like to ask people that don't ride, why do you talk to me at red lights? Do I look lonely? Is that what it is? I know I don't have windows to put up, so I'm just like fair game? Is it like... I've had one time I pull up at a red light, a car pulls up and the back window goes down. Little kid leans his head out, he's like, hey. Hey. Papa Wheelie. I'm like, hey, buddy, why don't you lean forward and punch your father in the mouth for me, would you? Seriously, that's ridiculous. At another instant, I pull up to a red light, guy in a minivan pulls up next to me, puts his window down, and he's like, hey, that's a nice bike. I used to have one just like it. And as I'm about to say, oh, really, why'd you get rid of it? I hear from the passenger seat, I am on the phone. Put the window up. I thought to myself, question answered. Nobody buys a minivan because they want one. But as I'm about to drive away, he yells out the window, he's like, hey man, you drive safe. I know a lot of people that died on those. You have a great night too, sir. Just gonna run red lights and hit jumps, I guess. I don't know. But you think this guy just drives around saying stuff like that to everybody? He's just like, hey, that's a beautiful convertible you're driving. Careful. I know a president that died in one of those. Just show up at weddings and he's like, hey, that was a beautiful ceremony. Hey, I love that cross you're wearing. Careful. I know somebody that died on one of those. Can't say that stuff to people. That's ridiculous. It's crazy talk. But it's good times. Guys, I'm going to tell you this. I do tell a lot of jokes about my daughter, mainly because she's not here. But when she moved in, I learned so much about life. I just, basically the one thing that I've learned is I never knew that you could love somebody so much and still want to choke the shit out of them at the same time, right? And to anybody young in the audience, the people clapping are parents. Yes, they hate you. That's right. But no, she does mean a ton to me. She is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I mean that. But we've all heard somebody say that about their kids, right? The best thing that's ever happened to them. And then you actually meet the kid. And you're like, really? Seriously, that is the best thing that has ever happened to you. The dude with the underwear on his head, you're gonna go with that's it. I'm just gonna say, you should try a Budweiser. Yeah, those things are awesome. Your kid's kind of an asshole. Guys, my name's Chris Pennie. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you, guys. Back to your host.